sorry about the AC again. I can't help it that the weather's been kind of fickle lately, so yeah. Also, this is day 2, and I kinda took a way longer nap than I expected to. I got back from work, I was exhausted, and now I'm kind of late into the day, so I just decided, hey, why not watch a short movie? Just something to get the quota under control. And I decided to look back at a film that I remember that I enjoyed, but not because it was particularly good. It's The Undertaker and His Pals from 1966. This was a this was a bizarre film the first time I saw it, and it hasn't gotten any better with time. I'll tell you that right now. It's a horror comedy involving this group of bikers that go around killing women. So it's interesting because there's this Undertaker that's running a shady business, there's these cooks that are running a shady business, and there's this detective, this private eye, who's a playboy, for lack of a better term. And yeah, it's just I'll go with a positive. It's got decent music, but it was made by a director who's only ever done 3 movies. The humor is mostly bad or cringeworthy at best. It looks, feels, acts, and it looks, feels, and acts like a film that did not have enough money to get finished on every single scene. It's pretty bad. But the thing is, despite all this, it has a bit of heart to it, really. It knows it's bad. It knows that there's so many better films that could be watched right now. And it just doesn't care. It's just having as much fun being as tastelessly charming as it can be. It is like the most... I try to think of the appropriate term for this. It is probably the most sophisticated sleazy movie you will see. Because everyone is dressed nice. It doesn't have very terrible gore, except for one scene where they just basically lift it from either another movie or some kind of footage of an actual surgery. It just lacks quality, but it knows it's not good. It knows it's bad, but it revels in this, and it does it in such a hammy way. It's hard not to enjoy at least a little bit. So yeah, you can't help but love it, because they can't help but feel so proud of themselves and how bad they're being. They can't contain how much they know it sucks, but they love it. I don't regret watching this film. This was fun. It was less than, no, it was slightly more than an hour. It was like an hour and 3 minutes. Actually, it did have a good pace to it. It didn't feel like it had any filler. Everything moved smoothly, so there was some competence in the pacing. And even though it wasn't particularly well written, or at least cleverly written, it did keep things going. You didn't really get bored with it. You're just wondering, how slow can you show a train wreck? And apparently an hour and 3 minutes is how long you can have it go. Oh. I especially love the end credits where everyone in the film is well dressed, they're smiling, and they've got these appropriate scenes where they are just shown so that you remember the characters, you see them as, well, as cleanly as you can. And I think the best character is the Undertaker because he is the hammiest of them all. And my god, it's kind of fabulous how awful he is, but like I said, he's completely aware of how awful he is, but is enjoying it immensely. Ugh. This is probably the definition of a good, bad film. And I give it a 6 out of 10. I know there's plenty of people that would give it lower, but I can't help it. It made me smile by the end, and for a film like this to do that, that's an accomplishment. So, as far as the 31-day challenge goes, I'm really scraping the bottom of the barrel on this one. I'm taking off one of the countries, because this was made in the USA, and it's my second movie. The first one was in Mexico, so yeah, this is the lowest I can go with this, to say, hey, I got one of my countries taken care of, and it's going to be the one that has the most horror films on my list, but it was the first one, damn it. So, it counts. This is progress. Have a good night.